Testing, testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Hey, Shabbat Shalom to the nation of Israel, scattered abroad, man. It's your brother Ari. Just testing some stuff here in the back end. Got a couple of new equipments. Just trying to set everything up. I will be doing some streams. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. All right, we're back. Like I was saying, Shabbat Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. I pray all is well with the nation, with my people. All right, just testing some things on the back end. Shabbat Shalom. I pray all is well with the nation. Just doing a quick test on the setup here. Just testing some things real quick. Might bring out a couple of scriptures, but I'm primarily going to probably start doing some live streams a little bit more. I kind of used to get into it a couple of years back, a year and a half ago. Kind of wind up from that, did a lot of the Clubhouse ministry for a little bit, so trying to add this back to the list of things that I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to set it up more like a podcast where we're going to have like special guests on the platform. We're going to have reaction videos, live reaction videos. We're going to have obviously scripture breakdown. We're going to go into current events. It's a few things we're going to get into, man. Trying to set it up behind the scene on how we're going to set the whole program. All right. But all praises to the Most High, man. This work has to continue. All right. We got to keep going with this work, man. All right. So I'm just going to get away from the Clubhouse space just for a little bit and kind of get back to the grassroots. You know what I mean? To where it started, right? Do a little bit of online podcasting, get back to the street teaching, primarily more of the street videography and stuff. All right. But anyways, if you guys haven't, make sure you follow us on YouTube at Set Apart Network. Also follow me on my Facebook page at Brother Ari. You can just search it. I should pop up. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Set Apart Network also. All right. We have on YouTube, we have Set Apart Network 1, we have Set Apart Network 2, and we have Set Apart Network Premiere. All right. We're going to get everything up and running again. Keep, some stuff, flowing here. I'm going to get some new content. All right. We're going to be doing some basic pull-ups, sit downs, short documentaries, Most High willing. Hopefully I'm gonna get hands-on and get some more stuff out here for Israel, man. All right, to edify the nation. All right, but all praises, man. Also, if you want to be part of the ministry, you want to help in any way, you have experience with editing videos, creating flyers, anything that has to do with marketing, promoting, social media. If you have any knowledge or intelligence, wisdom when it comes to dealing with the modern way of, marketing and stuff like that, dealing with AI and all that, reach out to me, man, at brotherari00@gmail.com, brotherari00@gmail.com. And let's do the work, man. All right. Just reach out to me and we can definitely do some things. All right. And again, we're going to be doing quite a bit, man. We're going to be getting back into this grind. I'm definitely going to still be doing stuff on Clubhouse, but just not as much as I used to. All right. Trying to kind of get into other parts in the ministry, and not just the teaching part, because I always tell brothers and sisters, that's not my forte, right? But I do understand that this work has to be done at every level. It's all hands on deck. All right, and we need to focus on what the ministry is truly about, right? Get away from the fighting back and forth, the bickering, the unnecessary debates, right? Because everything is not meant to be debated, right? You can get caught up in that spirit pretty easy, man. All right, and lose focus of what the actual goal is in this ministry, right? The primary goal is to wake up Israel, right? Teach our people to who they truly are, right? To come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, have faith in Christ, all right? Come back to the covenant that our forefathers and foremothers made with the Most High God, our power, and stay focused, right? And have true fellowship and true brotherhood, right? That's going to be a lesson I'm going to get into, right? Brothers and brotherhood. What's the difference, right? What's the spiritual notation to it, right? Is there a difference in both, right? But all praises, man. You know, a couple of other lessons I have in mind. Putting together some videos for current event stuff, you know, and just some resources and gathering some information for, you know, for the first couple of lives that we're going to be having. But like I said, you know, if you haven't, make sure you're following us in all the platforms. All right, follow us on Facebook. All right, you can follow me directly at Brother Ari. Also, you can follow. We do have a Facebook for Set Apart Network. You can follow that also. You can also follow us on YouTube. Just type in Set Apart Network. There's 3 different channels that we have there. Subscribe to those channels. Like I said, we're going to be setting up actually a website. And we're going to be getting into this thing, man. We're going to be doing some traveling, getting some content, reaching out to brothers of different congregations, you know, just going to different events that is going on here in the States. And most high willing, you never know, you know, out of the country, wherever the ministry takes us. All right. But anyways, all praises to the Most High. Like I said, this is more of a test stream. I just wanted to kind of get on here and just, you know, test things out, see how things are working. But for the most part, everything looks good. Obviously, there's going to be more I'm going to be implementing on the stream. This is just a basic stuff I just put together real quick just to see how things are functioning. All right. But all praises to the Most High. But with that, I'm going to log off. Right. I was going to bring a couple of scriptures, but I'm going to log off. And I will stay in touch with everybody on when I will be going live. I will let, you know, brothers and sisters know. And we're going to set up the phone calls. We're going to set up a few things where people can actually call in and, you know, have conversation based on what the topic is. Right. We're going to make it very, interactive. All right. As much as we can. We're gonna have giveaways. It's gonna be quite a bit going on, right? Also, if you want to advertise, I know, you know, we're not there yet, right? But if you do want to advertise, just reach out to me. Just send me an email if you have like a company you want to advertise, because you never know. You don't know who's listening. That might be able to reach out to you for your services or your products, whichever one it is. If you want to advertise with us, just send me an email. I'm gonna set up everything officially, but for now you can just send me an email directly to my email at brotherari00@gmail.com. Also, if you want to help in the ministry in any way, man, every little bit of help counts in this work, right? The laborers are few, man, but the work is many. It's just so much for us to do, so many places to cover, so many people to reach out to, right? To hopefully through the Spirit of the Most High and Hamashiach to seal up the elect and get us the hell out of here. Because again, ultimately, that's what this work is all about. But again, we're going to make this fun, man. We're going to make this podcast a lot of fun. We're going to get into different topics. We're going to get into different types of things. And, you know, Most High willing, we're not just going to be like one way with this thing, man. All right. But it's been great being on here again. I was doing this for a little bit. I kind of stopped and went into the Clubhouse ministry, but I'm going to be veering away from that just for a little bit. Definitely going to be tuning in there once in a while, but for the most part, I'm going to be doing a lot of the legwork and do some of the podcast stuff. And hopefully, like I said, some new content will come from that. Okay, like the documentaries and all the other stuff that I was talking about. But again, if you can help in any way, whether it's editing, creating flyers, marketing in any ways, promoting. Again, we're going to be setting up the website. We're going to need help with that. Also, if you can do ministry on the ground, whatever it is that you could do, man, in any way, just reach out to me at brotherari@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to communicate with you. And maybe from there, I can give you my direct number. We can kind of talk and see if we can build from there. All right. But all honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, our power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Again, Thwada, again for tuning in. With that, on to the next one. Remember, Israel, we still got next. Shalom.